Women finally starting to feel the pain. Women finally starting to feel the pain, man. Ain't nothing else to say. These chicks are going to the other side. They are learning what it's like to date a woman. And this is wild, y'all. Watch this with me, man.
It is a whole lot of fake gay shit going on. I'm gonna just be honest with y'all. It is. Stay dangerous and stay diligent. I think, and this is just, I ain't wrong, hell, I ain't even gonna say that. A
Ain't
lot of
wrong.
women have been disappointed by men and they're starting to slither their way over here. Now, I'm not saying that, there's anything wrong with changing your mind, converting, any of the sorts. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is a lot of them are not doing it because they genuinely are interested in women or that they genuinely like women. A lot of them are just doing it from a scorn place.
They're confused. They don't know what the hell they want, man. These women lost in the sauce, man. That's what it is. They are anything.
Or from a curious place, but they're not actually in it for the right reasons. I hope this is making sense. I'm trying to be careful with what I say. But yes, there's nothing wrong with being bi or, changing your mind in totality. But a lot of women are just
Freaky, and they trying to bust a nut, man. Ain't nobody got God in their life. Ain't nobody got nothing. They ain't got no morals. They ain't got no standards. They ain't got nothing. They trying to bust a nut.
I came out as bisexual last year.
You did?
And since then, I have been dating women.
Oh,
and what
shit.
I found very fascinating is that the more I date women, the more I find myself understanding heterosexual men. Let me explain. Exhibit A. I was on a first date with a girl who asked me out, by the way. This is relevant. Because when the check came, she never once made a move to pay. Not even
Oh, you want a chick to pay now. Chicks ain't paying.
like the fake, let me reach for my purse move. And though I don't mind paying on a date, part of me felt like, the offer would have been nice. I was also a little taken
happy.
aback that she didn't even say thank you. And I never heard from her again. It
Dang.
really made me feel like she just asked me out so she could have a free dinner. And
Welcome to the manosphere, man. These broke chicks is hungry, and they are willing to do anything to eat these. Want to date women? Go ahead. Good luck.
the moment I thought that, I was like, oh my god, I sound like all of my guy friends right now. And my argument against why guys should pay for dates has always been like, look, girls take hours to get ready.
Fuck
Our
that.
investment is looking really nice for you. Makeup, clothes, that costs money too. But we were both girls in this situation. We both took hours to get ready, so I definitely felt slighted. Exhibit B. I came out as bisexual.
That's what you get. Just stick with the mans. Stick with the mans. You'd have been alright.
On today's episode of A Nigga Is Right, and I hate when niggas are right. I'm on the phone with a nigga last
Niggas
night.
is
Right?
right?
Like, baby, you really be tripping. 95% of the time, you be tripping. I'm like, babe, I be chilling. So, boom, it's 4:30 in the morning. We get off the phone, right? I'm like, text me when you get home. Like, text me when you get home. He like, all right, I got you. Bitch, I wake up to a text from that nigga at 5 in the morning talking about something. Here, baby.
Yeah,
Bitch,
babe.
when I tell you, I say, I know good and motherfucking goddamn well this nigga ain't leave me. Get off the
So she told this dude to text her when he got home. He texted her, say, here, baby. And she assumed that he was texting another chick he meant to text another chick and text her accidentally. Delusional.
phone. Me and go pull up on no bitch at 5 in the morning. So I said, oh, for real? Bet. Say less. And then about 30 minutes later after I text the nigga, or after I respond, I'm like, hey, I did tell this nigga to text him when he got home. But why would you say here? Like, here means you're with me. Like, that fucked my brain up. So then the nigga wake up and he's like, baby, you literally told me to text you when I got home. Like, well, and I'm like, this is what the nigga be talking about. Like, I just proved the nigga whole shit right. Like, bitch, you be tripping.
You coming to your understanding what you doing, cause it's a fact that a lot of people are insecure these days, man, and we really gotta fix. Really gotta fix. A lot of people insecure. They will trauma bond you to whatever they get insecurities are, man. But yeah, these women is going crazy. You figuring out that they crazy.
There are women out here who are dating women solely because she has not found a man that has treated her the way she wants to be treated. She's not gay, she's pending. There are women out
She is confused. She don't know what the hell she wants. She's lost in the sauce. Lost in the sauce, man. She is pending is crazy. He said she pending. Listen.
Out here who are dating women solely because she has not found a man that has treated her the way she wants to be treated. She's not gay, she's pending. There are women.
That's crazy. How is she not gay? She's pending. They just say anything to validate. This one too. So she say dating women feels like holy matrimony or something. You hear the fucking wedding bells. Then you turn into a clown, yeah? You feel like a damn clown, man. After they use you, get you to do whatever they wanted you to do, then they get through with your ass, you feel like a clown, boy. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Because, to me, like, I used to be gay.
You used
A
to
lot
be
of people
gay.
don't know that. And I don't care. I used to be a stud. If you pay attention, you've been my friend on TikTok for a while, then you will know that I was in a marriage with a woman for 11 years. I was the man. So when it comes down to it, no, I did not get appreciated. I barely got fucking loved.
Oh, yeah,
it was horrible.
Oh, she was the man for real. She was the man for real.
So that is why some men come out here and be just doing their own thing, don't even care, because, bruh, the experience was shit. No woman is just out here trying to help her man. She expects her man to just do for her.
Spin that shit. Spin that shit. Spin that shit.
And it dawned on me, like, when women were growing up, I don't know one woman that was raised to know how to treat a man. I don't. I know that when I was being raised up and the people around me that was being raised up, our mamas taught us to pay attention what to look for in a man.
Okay.
Pay attention to how or what he has, 6 figures, a car, a house. Nobody taught us how to love him. Nobody taught us how to take care of him when he's down. Nobody taught a woman how to fucking nurture their man the correct way. We were just taught to look. We were just nurturers by nature. Nobody was taught how to nurture no man. But we were definitely taught to look. Pay attention to what your father does. He's got this job. He's got that job. He's got these cars. He's got this house. He takes care of mom. That's all we was taught to look for. And a little bit of love that you see in the house. What the fuck?
Boy, then that's a fact. That's a fact. Women do not know how to take care of a man's needs and give him what he wants. They know how to look, try to find the wrong in the... Sure, though. Sure. They know how to find the bad in your ass, for sure.
This is the hottest take of them all, and I know people are gonna hate this, but one thing that guys are right about are your friends. And, like, even guys that I'm not romantically involved with, just, like, if I bring a friend around, a guy friend, a girlfriend around a guy friend, and they're like, be careful with that girl, she's crazy, or be careful with her, she's snaky. I'm like, what? And then a couple months later, they were right. It's like dogs. Like, dogs have a sense, and they gotta make sense. Like, guys are dogs, but, like, not in a good way. I love dogs. I love men too.
They confused. They all confused. They don't know what the hell to do. They never wrong. They just don't know. It's a fake ass compliment.
So when I first started my journey helping women, I thought that a lot of women thought like me. But I come to find out they don't. So my third girlfriend, because it wasn't the first 2 girlfriends I had, it was the third girlfriend that really made me see. And it wasn't just her. It was the responses that I got from breaking up with her from a lot of women. And I realized that she was the one that made me realize that women are totally entitled and lazy. It might appear that women are not lazy because they do the bulk of the housework and all this stuff. It might appear that they're not lazy. But the only reason that they're doing that is because they're trying to force men to see that they don't need any other woman. Like, women voluntarily take on all of the responsibilities so that she can say that my man don't need no other woman. So this is self-inflicted.
I don't think that's a bad thing. I don't think that. You go into a relationship hoping your man don't need to...
Whenever men tell women that their standards are too high and that you're delusional, when I heard it back in the day, I used to be like, y'all are just some haters. Y'all are pathetic and y'all be on some hating shit. Like, women, don't lower your standards. Girl, do not lower your standards. These men are pathetic. They're just being some haters. Initially, that was my thought. But now, I honestly unfortunately, I have to agree with the men. Women are delusional, and our standards are too high.
Say it ain't so.
Now, let me just go with me for a second, right? I used to believe it was on some hating shit. And I remember when Steve Harvey had his show, he was telling women, your standards are too high. You're going to, end up alone because no man is going to want to meet those standards, especially when they can get it from a woman with no standards. Like, the lower hanging fruit is easier to obtain, so they're not going to jump through all these hoops to be with you and meet your standards. And so I'm like, nah, that's just some guys, nah, that's some hating shit. But here's the thing. Most women are delusional and our standards are too high. Now, I'm not saying to lower your standards. I will never tell you to do that. I want women to understand what this really is.
What is it?
So, we all know, for the most part, that women were lied to about what and who men really were, right? We were lied to about that. We thought they were going to be these protectors and these providers, and they were going to protect us from harm, and, harm being other men, because, I mean, what, a charging wildebeest is going to come after us, and the man is going to, use his machete and, protect, typically your number one predator as a woman is going to be a man. So you're going to protect us from other men, and you're going to be a good father, and you're going to be faithful, and you're going to be all these things. And men were never that. They were propped up by the patriarchy to pretend that they were those things. And when men tell us that we're delusional,
men have always been defending women. I ain't gonna say it ain't no bad references that we could look at and find or whatever, but most of the men protect women. I don't even want.
And our standards are too high. The secret is, it's not that they don't want to meet those standards. It's that they can't.
Ooh.
The average man is completely incapable of meeting those standards. It's almost like expecting a 1-year-old to know how to do calculus in pre-algebra or whatever, right? They don't have the mental faculties to do it. And most men, even if they tried to reach those standards, they will fail miserably. Now, in the famous words of Princella, the patriarchy, aka the wheelchair ramp that they gave men,
wheelchair ramp,
basically gave them a head start. And women, not only did we catch up to men, we surpassed them. And right now in 2024, we're surpassing them like a motherfucker. And they're crashing out. Because back then, all they needed to have was a job, to get a wife, and to get kids. And that was it. Now women are requiring men to be a good person, be faithful, be loyal, be all these things, a great father, all that stuff, right? And most of them can't.
That's bullshit.
It's not that they don't want to. They fucking can't. They don't have the mental faculties to do it.
That's bullshit.
That is why our standards are too high, because we're expecting this macho superior being to be that, when really they're the ones that are inferior. And I'm saying the vast majority of them. There's a small sprinkling of guys who are self-starters. They're motivated by just themselves and they want to survive.
Thing is, a lot of these men been raised by women, and so they're emotional and feminine and soft. That's why they're not self-starters and competent leaders and builders and work with their hands and great, strong men. Because they was raised by their mothers, and their fathers been kicked out of the house.
And they don't need to they're not out here working hard just to get a woman and some kids. They're working hard for themselves. Like, the very thing that can show you that these men don't have any, self-motivation, look at how many men have been dropping out of the workforce because they don't feel like there's any light at the end of the tunnel. If these women aren't choosing them because you have to be a good person, you have to be loyal, you have to not cheat on me, you can't cuss me out and dim my light, you can't do all these, you have to be a good person. They're like, well, fuck it. I'm not going to get a wife. These women are not choosing me because I only make $40,000 or $50,000 a year. What's the point? I might as well live in my mama's basement. right? Or have 5 roommates, you know? They're not even striving for themselves. Like, you're supposed to adult, whether you are a man or a woman, for yourself, so that you can have heat in the wintertime, so that you can have air in the summertime, so you can have a fucking roof over your head, so you can have a car to drive, so you can be able to afford to put gas in that said car. Like, you're supposed to want to do that for yourself.
Facts.
But they are like, if there's not going to be a woman and kids or anybody that I can control and lord over, then what's the point? That right there will tell you right there.
See, she say control and lord over. Men want families. Men want stability. Men want, like, we want structure. I'm saying, they're like, going out there and being reckless is one thing. Anybody can do that, but ultimately, most men want structure.
All by itself, that they can't reach those standards. So yes, we're either gonna settle for a man, or we're gonna get lucky and find a guy who got his shit together, which that number is very, very low for the vast majority of women, or you're gonna be by yourself. Those are the only options we have. I will never tell women to lower their standards. The higher you raise your standards, the less men will be able to apply, if you will, right? If you have on your job description, you must have a doctorate's degree or a PhD even, and these men don't even have a high school diploma. Most men don't have a high school diploma. I don't know what the actual number is on the high school diploma, but I'm just saying, most men they're not even halfway to the point of reaching those standards. So don't lower your standards. If you do, you're going to end up with a guy who's going to hate on you, right? These men are lying about the fact that they don't want to meet those standards. They really can't meet them. They can't. Much like the way that men lie about not liking independent women, right? So the part of them not liking independent women is true. These particular men, they don't like independent women, but they're lying about why. They're trying to say, if you're independent, you're masculine. And, you know, as a masculine alpha male, we want a feminine woman, and you're masculine. That's not the real reason. The real reason is, I'm pathetic, I'm a loser, and every time you come home to tell me something that you've accomplished today, you're putting a mirror up to me and showing me how insignificant I am, how much you don't need me, and how much of a loser I am. That's really what it is. But they're never going to admit that because they have too much ego. They lie about...
These women would never build with the man. They want you to come out and be this 6-figure nigga driving Bentleys and Rolls Royces and shit, and picking them up. They snatch back here wrapped in bullshit, drawers looking shit or something. And then they expect the world, man. They expect you to give them everything you got. And if not, well, you a bum. If you ain't got everything that they want, you a bum. Spin that shit.
Everything. They project everything. All of their fears and insecurities that they have on the inside, they project that off onto women. They will literally do something and then turn around and say you're doing it. Much like when a man comes out of nowhere and swore up and down you're cheating on him, and you find out it's because he's cheating on you. That's what they do. That's just how they project like a motherfucker.
That's men and women. That's men and women. Everybody gonna do that because it's just a natural feeling that you get when you've been doing wrong. You can't think right. So you're going to think he doing wrong. You're going to think he fucking up. You're going to think he don't know what the hell going on. You're going to think he just in the streets because you in the streets.
So when they call us delusional, we are delusional. And our delusion comes from being lied to. Now that we've been lied to about who and what men are, it's up to us to move accordingly. If you still want to sit around and have these fairy tale views and these high standards or whatever, I'm not telling you to lower your standards. I'm not saying that. But just know, doing that, it's going to get you men. You're going to get got, basically. You're going to just keep attracting men that are going to keep using you. If you understand what men are, you should know how to be by yourself, or get lucky and find somebody that matches your fly, as they call it. So we are delusional until we decide not to be.
She confused as shit, man. It's the way of the world right now, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. This your boy J-Bo, man. I'm checking out of this video. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Like, follow, share for your boy, man. We gonna keep them coming. You know what I'm saying? Keep it 100. See y'all on the next one.